Anne and Lola. Two Holocaust stories. Anne Frank was a victim of the Holocaust. Lola Stander is a survivor of the Holocaust. This is their story and their legacy. The following is Lola Stander remembering Anne Frank as well as her own Holocaust experience.
The story about Anne Frank was very moving. I have seen the movies and I have read the book. As a matter of fact, I believe I read it more than once. And it was very, very moving. Very moving.
Anne Frank did not set out to be famous, nor become a legend. She did not have a Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, or any social media to blog to.
I was born in a small city on the German border. I felt inside, I cannot stay here. I cannot stay in this city, not in this city, where I used to dislike Jewish people. And now all of a sudden, what happened? Where is everybody? Where are all those people?
Anne Frank did not set out to write one of the most read books in history. In her own words, she wonders, "I must become good through my own efforts, without examples and without good advice. Then later on, I shall be stronger. Who besides me will ever read these letters?" Anne Frank wrote her diary as a means to put her thoughts on paper while hiding from the Nazis in Amsterdam because her family was Jewish.
I turned around, I went upstairs, and I said to my parents, "We have to get out of here. We have to get out of this city and out of this country." We ran. This was Poland.
Anne Frank's diary is unique from many points of view as it is a testimony to the horrors of the Holocaust from her accounts of events and also because she was young when she wrote it. Anne Frank was born in 1929. Her parents' names were Otto and Edith Frank. She also had a sister named Margaret. When she was young, her family moved to Amsterdam to avoid the persecution of the Jewish people in Germany. Anne had a happy childhood, but then everything changed. In her diary she writes, "I can simply not imagine that the world will ever be normal for us again." Her life and the lives of Jewish people everywhere were permanently affected by the Holocaust. Her diary serves as a reminder of what can happen to a race or religion of people if genocide is allowed.
They used to grab people
in droves,
and they took them there, and every single day they used to line up the Jewish people by the thousands. And with machine gun, that was maybe 3 days before. Line after line after line after line. And they stopped just a little line there. So my father said to my uncle, "Listen, tonight we have to escape from here."
Anne Frank's family hid in an active environment during the day and could not make any noise, turn on a sink, or flush a toilet until the factory was empty for the night. As the war went on, it got closer to where the Franks were hiding, and they heard and felt bombs around them and across the city. At this time, Anne began to feel helpless. She said, "I clasped my escape bag close to me, more because I wanted to have something to hold on to, than with an idea of escaping, because there was nowhere where we could go."
And my father had money, and he sent a guy, he gave him a lot of money. He sent a guy back to Poland to pick up my mother and me and bring them there. To go by train, you know, they were wasn't easy. So we came to the border. He abandoned us. The snow was like this. It was like 12 o'clock at night. The snow was like here. I remember.
Anne and her family were eventually discovered and taken to a concentration camp where she died of typhus. But all of the camps saw brutal and merciless loss of life, whether as a result of disease, starvation, torture, or forced labor.
We were caught by the Russians.
Which was a good thing, right? Compared to,
Yes,
believe it or not.
it was a good thing. The officer was asking my mother, what's your name? And the other guy was sitting and he said to him, oh, you know, look at this child. She's so beautiful. Let these people go. So that's how we arrived.
Otto Frank discovered Anne's diary and had it published. He had no idea that the worldwide impact would be so great and that her legacy would be so long-standing. Part of the reason this diary has survived over time and has been translated into so many languages is because of Anne's writing style and how it affects the reader's emotions. The Diary of Anne Frank has been made into a play. There have been several movies based on the diary, and it has won several awards and distinctions. Anne Frank was named one of Time magazine's most important people of the century. Additionally, seeds from the tree that Anne Frank looked at from her window while in hiding have been planted at the U.S. Capitol and around the country as a reminder of the horrors of genocide and as a tribute to Anne Frank. There is an Anne Frank museum that keeps her legacy alive and is quite active around the globe. To quote Eleanor Roosevelt, Anne's diary is an appropriate monument to find her spirit and to the spirits who have worked and are still working for peace. Reading it is a rich and rewarding experience.
And I'm still happy, and I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining about the past. I have no complaints. My life is good. Whatever happened to me, happened to me. But I'm still here. Life is beautiful. And it's wonderful. When I think about myself, it would be selfish only because other people went through so much more. Not forget, you know, the history.
This should never happen again to the Jewish people.